Hello and good evening to those of you in our closed group. This is a streaming directly live into the group tonight. So I'm wondering if there's anybody out there who might be able to join us. I am a little bit late. We're just a bit late finishing tea. So I came as quickly as I could and to try and come as close to the 7:30 time slot as we wanted to. So this is the last day of our 7-day challenge, and the heading of it is like, what now? So I've got to the end of the challenge. Oh great, there's someone in the group able to join me live. If you send me a like or just say hi, I'll see who you are. So so we've come to the end of the challenge, and I'm really interested in wondering how you've gone, whether you've met your goal, not met your goal, met one of the goals. It's made you stop and have a little think about what might have been easier than what you thought, more difficult than what you thought, and now what? We know one of the things that's linked with our general life happiness is setting goals. It's planning for the future, anticipating results, working on achieving, and so therefore it's important, no matter where we are in life, to keep setting new goals. So that's one of the challenges that I'm setting at the end of the challenge for you. Are you going to set another goal? It also may have brought up some conflict during the week and some deeper thinking about your values. And on the handout today, there's a few questions there, a few little exercises about how to dig a bit deeper and get in touch with what you value in life. Because, I mean, it's a little bit of an abstract concept. It's like, what's important in life? Well, my family's important. Being happy is important. Contributing to society is important. But there's lots and lots of different values, and mine are going to be different from yours. There might be some the same, might be some totally different, and that's okay. There's no right or absolute right or wrong. There's just differences. One of the activities on your handout is for you to have a think about, and it sounds a bit morbid, which is why I wanted to talk about this one. If you had 6 months left to live, what would you do with that time? And we all like to think that we're going to live forever, but we're not. And so, try not to think of it as morbid, but more as an opportunity. If you knew and it was out there, and what would you do? What would you do first? What legacy do you want to leave for your children, for your family? What do you feel that's left undone in your life at the moment? Is there something you've always wanted to do but have been putting it off? Have you been procrastinating about things? It's going, oh, yep, it'll get done. I'll do it later. I've got plenty of time. What about if all of a sudden you didn't have plenty of time? And, for some of us, that might cut a bit close to the bone. So hopefully you don't take it like that. So I know when I've stopped and done this exercise, or when I've done it with people in therapy and in the clinic, it really taps into things that are important and not important. And if the goals you're chasing don't relate to what you value, then maybe it's time to look at some new goals and some different goals. So don't forget, if you're watching and you have a question or comment, please type it in. That's really the main thing I wanted to do. Look, I've really enjoyed bringing this challenge to you, and I've had a bit of a think about where we go from here. I am going to keep the group open, and let me know if you're interested in different types of challenges. I would love to run a happiness challenge, whether that's 5-day, 7-day, longer or shorter. I'd like feedback. Tell me what you think. And I'd also love to do a goal one, but for adolescents. So I'm going to think about, how I'm going to rejig that as well. So if you have adolescents in your life, which I know a couple of you certainly do. Think about what they might like, what may have worked, what we've done this week, and what might not work at all, because it will look a little bit different. So they're just a couple of ideas moving forward. Oh, hi Glenn, you like the funeral one. I'm glad you don't think it's morbid. So Glenn's written, I like the funeral one, begin with the end in mind, then work backwards to now. Nothing morbid about it. It can help you get yourself off your butt. So there's nothing like a bit of inspiration and motivation to get moving with our goals. Because as I said, it's a small steps, you know, one small step at a time. I almost posted the quote that the longest journey begins with the smallest step, but instead I went with Winnie the Pooh. But it's true. If you don't change, nothing will change unless you do. Your life will just continue the way it is. And if you're happy with that, fantastic. But if you were really happy with it, you wouldn't be looking at this, at doing this challenge, being part of a group that want to change and want to improve. All the while appreciating what you have, because we truly have a lot of opportunities around us. And I'm not saying not to be grateful and not to stop and wonder and give thanks for everything around us, but you can do both. You can accept and give thanks and be grateful, as well as working on goals. Because as I said, our happiness kind of depends on it. We're not meant to be stagnant. We're meant to be moving. We're active human beings. We're not sloths. So, okay. So if there's nothing else that you'd like to say, anything more you'd like to add, Glenn, before I move on and officially close our 7-day challenge. Thank you all for participating, and don't forget, you can come back when you watch the video later and add any comments or questions, and I'll answer them then. So have a great rest of the night, and if you believe like I do, it takes a village to raise a child, and the villagers need to be strong, healthy human beings. Share this with your tribe, so together we can raise wonderful adults. Okay, bye for now.